Throw together 4 complete strangers. Ask each to host their perfect dinner party.
This is what happens when you bake and cook on 4 hours sleep.
I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm just a little bit worried about my dessert.
Make them score in secret and watch things turn sour.
Do you want to maybe just say it all now, get it out?
I've just got a bad taste in my mouth.
Personally, I think she's just a bitch.
The result, the winner walks away with a 10,000 rand prize. Tonight's episode is set in the slightly northern suburbs of Johannesburg, fondly known as the Parks. Here you'll find gourmet food on every corner. It's the home of the latte-loving Easy Living set. Our first fragrant contestant, bounding through the blooms, is florist Jonathan Lawson.
What I love about flower arranging is actually not flower arranging, it's just something creative. I studied fashion design and I worked in fashion design for a bit and I've done a lot of things. And when I started my own business, I thought flowers was a good way to start and sort of evolve my empire from there.
Someone else contemplating building an empire is foodie and tuk-tuk driving hipster Jack Gorton.
I'm an entrepreneur and currently fun-employed. I'm also the CEO of Unemployable.
Not ideal for the empire.
Like I'm a slacker. Like I wake up late, decide where to go have lunch, meet a friend, you know, maybe send a few emails, have a meeting.
Contestant 3 is drama project coordinator Odwa Jenkins, and she has a surprise which will definitely throw her out towards centre stage.
I'm currently 22 weeks pregnant. I'm so excited. First time mom. I don't want someone that thinks they're the center of everything because I'm that person. So we'll clash definitely. I'm very controlling and that's quite annoying, and I'm very opinionated. I find it hard to just shut up and keep things inside. I have to voice my opinion.
Well, you may have competition, as our last contestant isn't short of confidence. Events manager and Parkhurst princess, Lisa Davis.
I would have to say that I'm a cheeky person. I could come across as that irritating blonde girl who's so happy about life. I'm definitely not a ditzy blonde because I take a firm interest in what's happening in our country. I'm very well read. I like to keep up to date with the politics that's happening.
For today, it's prep, not politics, for host 1, Jono.
With the starter, I mean, although it's just prawns, I think I'm using a few different little things, and the way I present it's going to be beautiful. So there's the pink peppers and there's black salt. This black salt's quite cool. It's actually, it's infused with charcoal.
Cool charcoal. Time to stop fiddling with your palate and prep the starters. Pink pepper prawn skewers.
Preparing the halloumi first, because I found out last night that one of the guests is allergic to shellfish.
Prawns must just stay away from me, really.
Pretty much going to be preparing it in the same way as I do my prawn starter. The pink peppercorn apparently is actually not a pepper, it's a berry.
I think prawns are taste bud tantalizing.
Yeah.
I'm going to start on my meringues now. Because if anything's going to flop, it's going to be those. So I'd rather get those out the way.
The floppy dessert is mango pudding with peppered meringue.
I like mango, I like meringues, I like pepper. Sweet.
It's probably the most exciting thing they've done this year.
I sincerely hope Jono's year's been a little more exciting than a meringue, especially a floppy one.
It's going to be a little bit screwed if people don't like pink pepper in this menu, because there's pink pepper throughout everything.
So you keep saying?
I definitely think that this person is going to be a little bit fabulous and a little bit over the top because, you know, sprinklings of pepper everywhere.
Actually, on second thoughts, maybe they might just be a single mom or something.
I would say like a skinny blonde lady from Santa.
Finally, on to the main. Ostrich burgers with guacamole and celeriac fries.
Burgers on... It's a dinner party. Why are we eating ostrich burgers?
I think if I call it a burger, it's because it's a patty between bread, but it's not going to be like going down to your local takeout and getting a burger and chops.
Ostrich burgers, one of my favorite meats. Because I love to train so much, it's one of your least fattening meats.
Easy with that oil, fella.
It just tastes like cloned beef.
Like, it's not really a dinner thing, it's more of a have a brewski with your brew kind of meal.
I'd say kind of more like gastro-pubby with a little bit of fun in it.
That is definitely the perfect main course for me.
I think my face is looking kind of pink now too, so it all goes with the theme. I've really thought this out.
Yes, I'd say possibly more magenta than pink. Don't let those colours clash, darling.
Nerves are kind of starting to kick in a little bit. Cheers.
It's all gloves off, and it's competition time.
Crikey, she means business. Oh, look, Jono's even organised a pink sunset. Some final titillation to the table, buns out of the oven, and here's the first guest. With a bun of her own, it's Odwa.
Hello.
Hi,
How are you doing? I'm Jono.
Adwa.
How's it going? Great. Come through and have a drink.
Wow, you have such a warm home.
Oh, thanks, man. Have a seat. Can I get you something to drink? I've got dry champagne and sweet champagne and
I don't
wine.
drink.
And I have appetizer.
Great, I'd love
Also,
some.
it's even red.
Great. Oh, good. Drinking's not a problem. It's just
Cool.
there's a bun in the oven, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, awesome. I would never have said so when I saw you walk in.
Very charming, Jono. It'd be dreadful to accuse a chubby person of being pregnant. Next up, minus his tuk-tuk, it's Jack. He's not up the duff.
How's it, dude?
Cool, man.
Jono.
Jack, how's it going?
Jack, how's it going?
Oh, nice to meet you.
Come through, man.
Today.
This is for you.
Oh, nice one.
Cool. Hey, hi.
Hi.
Odwa, Jack.
Nice to
Odwa.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Jack.
No, John, I'm good. I don't drink. Thanks.
Don't you drink either?
Don't you drink?
You're not the only
Cool.
one.
Awesome.
I'm going to get so drunk tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do with two non-drinkers. I'm hoping the third person drinks. Otherwise, I've got so much to drink, which is not a problem.
The final guest may not be willing to help you out. It's calorie-counting Lisa.
How you doing?
Lisa.
Jono, how's it going?
Lovely to meet you,
You
Jono.
too.
Give you a
Wow.
bit of a smooch there.
Yay.
Great to meet you.
Come through and...
This is for you.
Oh, divine. Thank you so much. Are you going to drop me for a glass of bubbles
Of course I
inside?
am. I can't wait.
Yay! An ally!
Hi, Lisa.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Adwa.
Lovely to meet you, Adwa. Very nice to meet you.
I don't need to drink. Like, I think I can be socially competent without booze, without drinking. But it's also fun to see other people get drunk.
So what is it that you do, Jono?
I have my own company and I do flowers.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Jonathan is such a colourful person.
Yes, pink mainly.
So loud.
I do corporate flowers and weddings and
Stunning.
events and so flowers and decor.
Guys.
Here's to the first night.
Cheers. I think for him to have somebody at the dinner party who's going to drink and calm his nerves a little and have a little toast and a cheeky little drink with him is, I think he was extremely relieved.
Damn, I bought beers because I thought there was going to be like some rugby jock that rocked up and he was like, hey, Bree, and it's like, beers. And I can't even give it to one of you as a gift later.
No, and I don't do beer.
With the guests settled, Jono pan-fries Odwa's special halloumi and the prawn skewers. With a shot of sauce, his pink pepper prawn skewers are ready.
Ooh la la, look at this. Red peppers are red.
And a special one for the mama-to-be.
That should make the mama happy. Her very own prawn-free starter.
Okay, well, guys, taste the food before it gets cold. And those are not shots. Please, it's just a little bit of extra sauce if you want.
Oh, fabulous.
Well, she's nodding her head. Not sure her face agrees.
This is good. Halloumi as a starter. I mean, really? It was that was it. I mean, it tasted great. He cooked it well. My only problem is it's so easy.
Anyone else care to comment?
Didn't blow my mind. Average. Yeah, we're good. Too much peppercorn.
I have a huge phobia, and I hate to say this because he's so lovely. And it's the one thing I didn't want to find in my food. And I hate to say it, but I found a hair in my food. And that, to me, I didn't finish the rest of the meal.
So we're going to do the burger patties and get the burgers all sorted out. But I'm using the same pan that I did the shellfish, and I have cleaned it. But because I was pregnant and allergic to shellfish at the moment, I just want to be completely certain. So I'm going to do them all kind of to a medium. So once they go on, as soon as you can see halfway through that they're cooked, you flip it over, and as soon as that's cooked, you should get, so it should just be pink inside.
I smell something burning. Like I'm choking, I'm like...
Yes, that'll be your dinner. Let's hope it's not too simple for you and that it's hair-free. Ostrich burgers with guacamole and celeriac fries.
Hopefully it's a little bit of a burger with
Oh,
the
I'm so
difference.
excited. You have no idea.
Looks good, mates.
So these are the celeriac fries. How do you say?
Celeriac.
Celeriac.
Celeria,
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
I'm so
That looks
excited.
good, mates. Yum.
Yes, it's tricky to look sophisticated eating a burger, but they have been cooked to maintain the pink theme.
You know, those ostrich burgers were so underwhelming. I came for a dinner party. Like, blow me away, surprise me. Like, take my palate on an adventure. I had a problem with the hands. I wear a ring. And then when you hold that burger, everything oozes out and everything is sticky. I wouldn't have minded if there was a finger bowl. If you're gonna expect people to eat with their hands, provide a finger bowl. I mean, it's just common courtesy.
So,
Wow.
so that's a celeriac. How bizarre.
That is amazing.
Hey, it's like a coco from space.
I love it.
Like you put eyes on this and it
I
could
want
like
to
go.
keep it.
If I'd seen that plant, I probably wouldn't have had the fries, but the fries were good.
Stockings.
I think we need to bring him to every dinner.
I think you should name him since you love him so much.
Cedric.
Cedric the celeriac.
All right, Cedric. Well, Cedric is
Dude,
invited
it's
to my
done.
dinner party.
Okay. So Cedric is now.
The smell of it is so pungent. Like, that's why I moved it away from the table. I can't stand that smell.
There's no pleasing Oddwa so far. Jono is busy sprinkling pepper on his meringues while the guests discuss an unappetizing ingredient.
What did you find in your burger?
A hair.
Not just
What it-
a
Not just
it
any
was a
hair.
long
It was a
hair.
Jono hair.
I was eating my burger like, and then then everyone started using knife and fork, and then as I cut it, I just like saw this hair.
It's not exactly his fault that the hair just went, ooh.
Yes, it is.
It is.
So he's had a hair. I've had a hair.
You've eaten about 5 hairs.
No, but all I'm saying is dessert.
say that.
Oddwa, dessert's still coming.
Yeah, you might get one. You're the lucky 3.
Fair enough. Hopefully with no extras, mango pudding with peppered meringue.
At last, pudding.
Yay!
Yay! He could do with a successful course here.
What are your favorite foods? What do you like?
I don't know. I'm figuring that out every day.
Is that to do with you or to do with Baba?
I think it's a mix. Yeah. I kept on vomiting in my mouth and swallowing and vomiting and swallowing. It was just a traumatizing ordeal.
Yes, it was!
It was well received, excepting for one who just couldn't get her taste buds around having a savory taste with the sweet.
The dessert was okay. I didn't like the fact that he used mangoes out of season.
Jono, thank you for a fabulous evening. I had a great time. A little bit too much pepper in the food and a little bit over-enthusiastic trying to mix everything together. I'm going to have to score you a 7.
Jono, it was an average evening. I'm going to give you an extra point because you were a great host. I'm going to give you a scintillating 7.
Because the menu was bland, underwhelming, and not exciting, and pretty much disgusting, I'm going to score Jono a 4.
Ouch! Not much motherly love coming from Oddwa. Jono's score kickstarts the competition with an underwhelming 18. It's day 2 and Jack's kicking back to some tunes. Meanwhile, Lisa's walking off the calories consumed during the hairy feast.
I think the evening last night for me went really well. Everybody had fun. There wasn't too much silent moments. So I suppose I've just got to wait until I hear what everybody says behind closed doors in their private interviews.
Just hope the food gets better. Yeah.
I'm hoping not to find a hair in any of my meals.
That's why I'm wearing a duck today. I'm making sure that there's no mistake like that.
It's Oddwa's turn to host, and she already has her buns at the ready. She's making a base from shop-bought Swiss roll sponges. Her dessert is all pleasure, no pain with total bliss. Well, we shall see.
What the hell was that?
I have no flippin' clue what that could be.
Sometimes I like a little bit of pain, but there's no pain in this one. So we're just going to have to enjoy the total bliss.
Kinky.
The reason why it's called all pleasure, no pain, total bliss is because it really doesn't take that much to make it. It's a pleasure actually making it, and it tastes divine. If I see dirt in the kitchen, I feel like I'm about to lose my mind and I can't function properly. So I have to clean up, and then it also just makes me feel good about the food I'm preparing. I know it's of a high quality.
But you're not actually cooking it.
There's nothing worse than finding hair in your food. Not mentioning any names.
Jono.
Yeah, maybe like a trifle or something. I don't know.
That's pretty close. Odwa bungs on some whipped cream, adds some berries, and it's done. Now for the starter, which is shellfish. The mussels are treated to a wash before being cooked in a creamy garlic white wine sauce and served with brown bread fingers.
Odwa's pregnant and can't eat seafood. This is very strange. What is she going to eat?
I'm making a cheesy garlic roll for myself because I'm not eating any shellfish.
Odwa's even preparing a separate main for herself. Lots of extra work.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm coming or going.
Go on, give it a good shake. That's it. Odwa's fishy main is Mediterranean smoked haddock rice, spring salmon salad, and lemon butter prawns.
I don't know what spring salmon is, if that's where that's from, or if it's just another word for trout.
Okay, that's interesting, considering she doesn't like prawns.
It is just a bit strange that she's doing prawns with her main.
I don't eat salmon, ever.
Lisa said last night she loves prawns, but doesn't do the fish.
Yeah, it's easy peasy, odd one easy.
Odd. What? She is definitely odd.
Well, Odwa is almost done and is just putting the final touches to her apartment. And the first guest to greet is Jono the florist. Nice bunch.
Oh,
These are for you.
Thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure. How are you doing, babe?
I'm great. Make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Hang on, what's that in his hand? Looks like Jono's decided to bring an uninvited guest.
Just the vase for this. Have a seat.
Oh, deftly hidden.
Love your apartment.
Thank you. Would you like some champagne? I've already poured some for you.
Odwa's not going to be happy about stinky Cedric.
Wow.
Tonight I brought a little friend with me, Cedric the celeriac. Odwa hates him. I have to hide him a bit so that Odwa doesn't see, and I don't think I'm going to have the most positive reaction from her. How's Baba?
Baba's good. Been very quiet today.
Oh, has she?
Not as
that's
fussy
good.
as yesterday.
Nah.
Here's laid-back guest number 2, Jack.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great.
Cool.
Come in.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Hey,
How's it going, dude?
All right, and you,
Cool, man. What's happening?
Not too much.
Okay, nice to see you. Yeah.
Dad's first drink. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Round 2.
Yeah. Cool.
So far, so happy.
Good evening.
Last in, fish-hating Lisa.
You look awesome.
Stop lurking, Jack. Come in.
Lisa tonight looks hot.
Oh, Lisa's dress is smoking. It's hot.
You?
Hi, Jackie.
Cool.
How are
Nice
you?
to see you. Well, you look,
Good.
you look great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a seat.
How big are those
I
heels?
like to play the part, so I wasn't going to change who I am because, you know, other people were toning it down a little, but that's just them. So rather be overdressed than underdressed.
Nice. Cedric's here.
And everything was going so well.
Just making it.
I know you're joking, right?
Cedric's reveal, Otto actually like almost backstepped and was not impressed. Not impressed at all.
He's
I
our
can already
boy.
smell Cedric from here. Do you know that?
Really?
That must be the pregnant.
I said she wouldn't be amused. Naughty boy, Cedric.
If it will make you happier and more relaxed,
It's your
I
night
would
to be
prefer.
happy.
I would prefer he sat next to you.
No, but then it's going to smell yuck all night. But he can sit next to me.
As a guest, you get away with anything. So I think Jono's just trying to rub me up the wrong way, but then I'm not going to allow that. That's why I said, you know what? Keep him. It's fine.
Yes, ignore him and crack on with the much-debated first dish. Mussels in creamy garlic and white wine.
Eyes.
What is...
I hope finger bowls are at the ready, Odwa.
The starters are okay. Like,
I don't know. I know I'm gearing myself up for failure, like dissing everybody's food.
If you are going to serve something that is so common, you need to zhuzh it up a bit.
Yes, not enough zhuzh.
May I have a sprinkle, please?
No problem, with pleasure.
Peer pressure, I'll have to have some too.
Oh, damn.
Your interesting menu choice for the evening, considering that you can't eat seafood.
I decided on this menu a long time ago when I still was able to eat shellfish. But when I tried out my menu earlier this week,
Enough!
I got so sick. I actually went to hospital.
Eat up, Jack.
Yeah.
Good, thanks.
I actually went to hospital. I had an allergic reaction. So the pregnancy does not allow me to eat any shellfish.
What happened to you?
I just couldn't keep it in and I got so sick.
Appetizing.
They'll tell me when to stop with the ice.
Just pour the wine in the bowl. Sonia, is that going to be like your one drink for the night?
What is it? Should I continue? No, that's perfect.
It's like slush puppy wine. I would, but I'll just have like 2 or 3 blocks.
Sitting next to me, you might need more. It's going to melt pretty quickly.
Excuse me, your hotness.
I think it's making Jack feel very uncomfortable how Lisa's dressed tonight.
Lisa could definitely melt ice.
I think what's making him feel more uncomfortable is that she's sitting next to me, and every time she moves, her dress kind of moves up a couple inches. So, fortunately, I can stand. I don't think he will be able to for much longer.
Maybe the food will distract him. The Mediterranean haddock rice is placed with lemon butter prawns, and a salmon salad is added for extra fishiness. Dinner is served, Lisa's favourite, a fishy feast.
Amazing.
I'm very excited, actually. Never thought I'd say that, but I am. I made a choice to eat the fishy main course, and I'm so glad that I did, because I said earlier today that I was going to eat whatever was put in front of me.
The prawns were super overcooked, and they were quite. I'm feeling a bit like indigestion from them.
But there's a freaking Atlantic Ocean on a plate.
After trawling the ocean, it's time to trawl each other's pasts.
So, Lisa, you went to school in Natal,
Yes.
St. Anne's.
Yes.
Lovely school. Posh, posh, raw, raw.
How now, brown cow?
I'm posh and I put ice in my white wine. From a screw-top bottle.
So when did you matriculate?
Well, as you said earlier, I was revealing my age by knowing who the Power Rangers were. In 2006.
I have friends whose children know who the Power Rangers are.
I also graduated 2006.
What?
So you also 2006 matric?
2006 matric.
Are you being serious?
I promise you.
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought she was much older, which was more my age.
So it makes us 23.
23. I really thought that you were a little bit older, but maybe that's just because you're so mature.
Always dangerous guessing ages. Lisa thinks Jono's 36.
I usually get told like I'm 29.
Yeah, it's because you're so dramatic. So what do you
He nearly shattered a tooth on that news.
give me a straw with my bottle?
No, fair enough. 36, I guess.
No, it just means it's time for more Botox.
So when is your birthday?
Don't say today.
Good? No.
Oh, mine.
I secretly told everybody that it's my birthday tomorrow, but it's not. So I'm very excited to see what presents they bring me.
But that's lying!
Soon, and?
Tomorrow.
Don't fall for it! And Oswald's about to tell the second lie of the night.
I woke up at 4 o'clock to prepare this just for you guys.
That is amazing.
The easy peasy pud is all pleasure, no pain, total bliss. It's now down to the guests to decide exactly how pleasurable it is.
Three church.
Amazing. Thank you.
Oh my god, it's like truffle pudding.
Baked this.
Man, the sponge is like melts in your mouth.
It's so soft.
I really don't want to sound like a complete bitch, but that was a shop-bought Swiss roll cake. that was done. You could see the shop wrapping sort of stuff on the side.
I think the dessert did exactly what I was hoping for. It just clinched the deal for me. This is in the bag.
Oh, I'm not so sure.
Adwa, you hosted an incredible evening. You did it with so much poise, and I was so impressed by your dessert and the fact that you got me to eat fish. I'm going to score you an 8.
So I've had fun tonight, but I think I needed a little bit oomph just to take you a little bit higher than a 6 for tonight.
The hosting was a bit lackluster. The food was a bit lackluster. I would have actually given you a 5, but your dessert gave you an extra point, and I'm going to give you a 6.
Well, a tiny little bit of pleasure has brought Odwa's score to 20, just ahead of Jono. It's day 3 of the competition. Jono takes a stroll, minus Cedric, whilst Odwa mulls over her perceived triumphs of the previous evening.
Last night, I set the bar so high. I doubt that Lisa and Jack will be able to match up to last night. Everything was amazing.
Adwa, where was the passion for your food? I didn't see that at all in it.
Bless Odwa's soul, but I don't think I could handle a whole another night of her taking charge of things.
So they must just accept that they'll come second or third.
Not sure Lisa's aware that she doesn't stand a chance. Anyway, she's busy shopping. Nice curlers, by the way.
I'm going to be making some delicious welcome cocktails, 2 alcoholic ones, 2 non-alcoholic ones. The first one has definitely got to be pink because Jono's favourite colour is pink, mixed with a lot of vodka.
Nice touch. Jono will be tickled pink. Lisa's dessert is cheeky chili cheesecake.
I'm about to make my cheeky chili cheesecake, which is a standard cheesecake with a little bit of a bite in the middle.
I predict the cheesecake will be fridged because it's a lot easier to pull off, to execute. And I'm glad that she added a little bit of chili in the food.
Cheesecake's another thing, because if it's a fridge cheesecake or a baked cheesecake, either one can go quite wrong.
This is my secret cheeky chili that I've just added in, which is a real red hot chili. Didn't put too much in, otherwise, you know, some people, you either get chili lovers or you get chili haters. And I know Jack is a chili lover, and I'm actually going to make him his own chili sauce for later for his meal as well.
I hope you score some points for all those personal touches. And yes, Jono, it is a baked cheesecake. Lisa doesn't cut corners. Next up, the starter. All those tomatoes are going in too. Tomato soup with basil and roast onion, topped with feta cheese.
Get with the times. We say, hey, we're heading for spring, aren't we? Now you're going to serve us soup. If this was in the middle of winter, maybe I'd appreciate the offer.
Not convinced you'd appreciate anything.
Good choice considering what time of year we're in, even though the weather's a bit wonky. It's winter sort of still.
I was very stressed about time today that I have pulled in my fabulous little design team to help me decorate my table and do all my decor.
Does it really take that many boys to lay a table? Job done. Lisa's treated to a little attention too. Cheeky. Last up is the main, and it's a very well timed, do you get it? Timed, roasted fillet of beef, sautéed mushrooms, sweet potato mash, glazed onions, green beans, and red wine reduction. Whew.
A fillet of beef with sautéed mushrooms. I think I cooked that when I was 12.
If she's roasting the whole fillet, or if she's going to slice it into medallions and do those separately. If she is doing them separately, I'm quite fussy when it comes to fillet.
You have to take it out at perfect timing, and it's also a little bit risky because you have to take it out early enough so it can cook on its own for a bit, at least 10 minutes.
Her timing has to be good. So if her timing is good, then she can be a good host. If she's worried about the execution, then she's going to be in the kitchen the whole time waiting for the roasts to happen.
I'm actually looking forward to something going flop tonight.
You meanie! Disappointingly for you, the hostess is a pool of cool. The curlers are out and Lisa looks gorgeous, poised and ready to greet Jack, who's about to get his first treat of the evening.
How are you?
Hello, Jackie.
Steady, Jack.
Thank you for coming to my home. Please
What?
come
No
inside.
birthday gift?
Here it is. Wait 2 seconds. It's meant to be hidden. It's meant to be outside, so you have to follow me.
Oh, okay.
Please come inside.
Awesome. It's lovely.
Thank you. Yours is the little blackbird.
Okay. What is it?
It's a little non-alcoholic glass of something.
Okay.
Oh, and I also forgot your. I'm going to put this there. My little
gifty gift.
Down the hatch, here's the less easily charmed Odwa.
How are you? I'm fabulous today.
Hey, thank you so much for coming.
How's your birthday been so far?
It's been amazing. Thank you.
Oh, great.
And thank you for my beautiful flowers.
Lovely.
Please come inside.
Yes, Jack.
How did you remember it was her birthday?
I just remembered as I walked through the door.
Jeez. My brain's like a sieve.
And lastly, it's Jono.
Hello, handsome.
Careful with those twigs.
And yeah, these are for you. Happy birthday.
Oh, bless him.
I completely forgot that it was a birthday.
Cedric couldn't make it tonight, so he asked if he could send his cousin Cedrina.
That is amazing.
Like, I mean, really, there's no end to it. I'm so over Jono and his desperate attempts to draw attention to himself. I mean, he's loud enough as it is. He's make sure it's way...
There was a whole
that
feather
side.
boa the other night and you didn't sneeze.
He drinks like a fish. Actually, he drinks like the booze are going to run out. And he just continues drawing attention to himself. And it's like, just relax. We know you're here.
Odwa's about to meet something she finds even more irritating than Jono.
I just don't like pets.
Oh, come on. It can do tricks, you know.
You know, dogs, they breathe and their breath stinks, and they want to come and lick, and they sniff all over. It's just anything that creeps, crawls, or just, it's just, I just don't like dogs.
Are you gonna sit for me? No five? Okay. Good boy. High five. Want you to dance? Roll over. There you go. And dance.
She's not having it.
Dance for me. Dance. Good boy.
I don't understand non-animal people, but she's doesn't like certain foods, doesn't like certain things. Like, she's just like, come on. She's 23 years old.
There'll never be space for animals in my life.
Really?
No, I just don't like the licking, the kissing, the hair.
Well, don't do it then.
Just the thought of it, really.
I could understand if the dog was unruly or scruffing around and sniffing everybody, but he's so cool and so chilled.
And now another problem.
How is everybody's drink?
Doing so well.
My satin clutch bag got burnt by candle wax. I mean, if you're gonna have candles, that's great, but have stands for them so that we don't ruin our precious belongings.
Leave it to dry properly, and then it'll actually just push off.
Odwa may push off when she claps eyes on this.
What don't you like about lizards?
I don't like anything that crawls or creeps up on you.
Babies?
Odwa, on the other hand, I don't think is very comfortable around anything, living or dead.
Lisa, so how many pets do you have, really?
3.
As a host now, you set the standard, right? It's a dinner party. I mean, everything, her build-up has been fantastic. The table setting, all of that. Her dress code, my dress code. I can't say much about the guys, really. And, but then, before you've even served starters, you're already barefoot.
Cut her some slack with the slingbacks. Lisa is almost ready, barefoot, to serve her starters. Tomato soup with basil and roasted onion, and topped with feta cheese.
Lisa, I must say, it doesn't taste very tomatoey either. What kind of tomatoes are these?
I think it's the infusion of basil that you're picking up.
The tomato soup is meant to taste like tomato soup infused with basil.
Atta girl, keep smiling.
For me, it's coming across more like a butternut here. Did you add butternut as well?
No, I think it's, yes, there's carrots in there. Well done, Jack.
I do think we are kind of hitting spring, and it was quite a heavy soup. Like very thick and chunky and delicious. I could have had a double the size bowl of that in the middle of winter.
Jack, how'd you like your fillet done?
Medium rare, please.
I really like my fillet blue, but I know you've roasted it, so if it's on the rarer side, as rare as possible, would be great.
Odwa, how'd you like your fillet done?
I'm actually glad you asked. That was the deal breaker for me. I'd like mine just medium.
For main course now, I just need to cut open my fillet, see how it's looking, check it out, and then I need to heat up my sweet potato, and I need to boil some beans, which will take me about 10 minutes, so I'm going to let the guests chill for a bit. I just have to make sure that I have to take my fillet out at the perfect timing, and then main course will be served.
Is that all? Here's the main: roasted fillet of beef, sautéed mushrooms and thyme, sweet potato mash, glazed onions, green beans and red wine reduction.
Lisa, this is outstanding. It's delicious.
Thank you, Jack.
How's Baba liking the steak?
I was waiting for that question. Always comes with how's Baba? How's this?
Well, honey, you do have a Baba in your tummy, so if you don't want it, don't do it.
I wanted it, but
I'm actually doing it as a kind of nice thing, like concerned about the thing inside your stomach. So, but I just won't care about it anymore.
I think that would make me feel better.
Awesome. Anything to make you happy, honey?
It's definitely an icebreaker. It's a definitely way of flowing conversation. But she doesn't get that. She just thinks it's all about her, or, you know, that's all we want to talk about. She doesn't understand that it's a method in starting a conversation with someone.
She doesn't like anything that I say. Like, freaking ask her about her baby and she has a hissy fit. Do you want to maybe just say it all now, get it out?
I
Make
think
you
I've said
happier?
it now. I feel
Have you?
much better.
Cool. Personally, I think she's just a bitch.
There's nothing wrong with being specific about your wants. Really.
There's something about being polite. But I mean, they're two different things.
No, not even being polite.
It's not even too, like, I don't even cross the line there. I am polite about it.
Really?
But I'm not going to keep quiet and just be like, okay. No. That's not me, and I'm not going to change now.
Good Lord, we would hate for you to change now. That would just be wrong.
23 and
Imagine you changing now.
23, my God. Yes.
Him actually saying that, like, age really is nothing but a number. He's proven that because he's acting like a freaking 19-year-old that's just discovered alcohol or just discovered, you know, oh, I can get attention in this way, so I'm going to do this. I mean, really.
How dreadfully childish.
Jono's Jono. He's very over the top. And Jono is the type of individual that you either get or you don't get. And I think that Odwa just doesn't get him.
Exactly.
You should learn and grow and progress and change for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If you want to change.
And right now, I'm happy.
And that's what's important. And hopefully Bubba's happy too.
Jono,
I've just got a bad taste in my mouth.
back at you, Big J.
That was lizard.
I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm just a little bit worried about my dessert because I'm not a good baker and because this is either a make or break dish.
And this is the last course for Lisa. For a bid at second or third place, according to Odwa, but there it is, cheeky chili cheesecake. And there's a final Lisa treat.
So I have a little secret to tell all of you.
You didn't bake the cheesecake.
My God, you're a man.
It's not my birthday.
Looks like you're off the hook, Jack.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thinking of, I got a willy warmer. Is that a plastic shark?
No, it's...
Coming from the wall.
Yeah, the wall like this.
A couple of things didn't work for me tonight. It was the dog, the lizard, the candle wax, not to mention the cold beans and the not so delicious chili cheesecake, whatever that is. I'm giving Lisa a 5.
I would give myself a 9.
Reason for my score tonight is on the hosting and the food and the overall everything. So very similar to last night. Odwa's night, but completely different. It was a fabulous evening.
The reason for my score, Lisa, you were a great host. The food was well executed. You made us feel really great. I'm going to give you a fantastic 9.
So a little bit of charm and effort does go a long way. Lisa gracefully leaps into the lead with a fabulous 23 points. Odwa won't be pleased. It's day 4 and everyone's digesting last night's dinner. Lisa works off the cheesecake, but Jono has had a change of heart.
After giving it much thought after last night's dinner, I have decided to do a score change.
I think Jono might have scored me a 10.
Last night, Lisa used her female assets to get a good score from the guys. She sashayed her way through the evening and flirted as well.
Yes, while you moaned.
I think kind of to do with her birthday. It was an awesome, awesome evening, but I am going to drop her down 1 point.
Oh well, she's still in the lead with 22.
Yeah, so after dinner last night, I had to go DJ. And yeah, I got home at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I was up at 8, so about 4 hours sleep.
Oh, that's not advisable before a busy day. Still, Jack cracks on with his starter. Tomato tart with toasted masala macadamia nuts and goat's cheese salad.
Tomato again. Let's hope this time it really is tomato.
The one's are tarts and the one's are soup. So I think that they're completely different things.
Goat's cheese doesn't always go down well with people. The old preggy's probably not going to eat it because she's allergic to goats or something.
I'm not a fan of goat cheese. It stinks for me. I can't stand the smell.
She's like a ruddy bloodhound. Jack is now onto his dessert. Homemade chocolate hazelnut ice cream with popping candy wafer. A labour-intensive dish.
Do an ice bath, get it down to cool temperature, chuck it in the ice cream machine.
This can either be a complete disaster or it's going to be completely fabulous.
He's surprised everyone to show that he is a true foodie.
And this true foodie is also making his roasted butternut ravioli with burnt butter and sage.
Is this not an all-vegetarian menu? Oh my goodness.
Don't tell me, not happy.
Odwa will have a problem with it, no doubt.
That's good.
Being pregnant, I really need meat, and there's no promise of meat from reading this menu at all.
No, just a wholesome meal made entirely from scratch. Even after a late night and a busy day, Jack is looking remarkably unruffled and relaxed. With no fuss, no bother, and no disasters, he's ready to greet a smiling Odwa.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Mwah.
Looking very glad.
Thank you so much.
Please make yourself at home.
Thank you, darling.
Pleasure.
Jack, you have such a lovely place.
Right, thank you.
Do you live alone?
No, I have a housemate.
Oh, it's just so lovely.
Ooh.
And so well kept. I'm very impressed.
Impressed? That's a first.
And how was your day?
I thought that Jack was a slob living in a pigsty, but I'm so pleasantly surprised with his place. It's so neat, tidy, and it's just so inviting.
Not a pigsty at all. Next in is the lovely Lisa.
Lisa.
Hello, Jackie.
Oh, welcome.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
I'm good.
Amazing.
Let me get, must be Jono.
Cool. Must be Jono.
Brace yourself, Odwa. Will he come alone?
Let me just hoosa.
Jack! How's it, man? How's it, dude? Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Enter.
Very cool.
Cool, man.
Very, very cool.
Cedrina.
Cedrina has changed.
Nice to see you.
Me too. Hey, Odwa.
Fake hug alert.
Who's this tonight?
We have said Jack.
Said Jack. Oh, Jack, you have a secret little twin here tonight.
Oh, Jono, did you really have to?
Let's see.
Oh, the hair's well done.
I really can't dignify this plant with any response.
But you did enjoy it when you ate it.
Yeah, surprisingly.
No ice needed for those drinks.
Some things are just better cooked.
Something's just better cooked.
Opera doesn't think. She is so completely self-absorbed, and not even in her pregnancy, in herself. Like, which is so sad, because for the first night, I thought she was really, really nice. And then, but clearly she's in drama, so her little, my life is a stage, comes out, and like, honey, it's a one-act play, and no one's going to watch it.
Ouch.
Jackie, I hope you don't mind. We're going to go and have a little snooper-doodle around your boudoir.
Sure, go ahead, guys.
Come, guys.
You said that with confidence.
Yes, good idea. Walk off the bad atmosphere. Jack's far too busy with the starters to lighten the mood himself. I say, this is a nice gaff for the CEO of Unemployable.
That is a lot of sneakers.
Yes, not too many used for running, I suspect.
Jack, how many pairs of shoes do you own?
Too many.
How many is too many?
About 450.
What? I think that's a fetish, having that many shoes. Yeah.
I can only look up to Jack when he revealed that he has about 400 pairs. I mean, I'm just approaching at least, I think, 60. And that is just so impressive.
Oh, shoes do nothing for me. I'm more of a barefoot kind of girl.
So Odwa noticed. Time to eat.
Specific. Odwa, you sit away from the flowers, because I can see that you're getting a bit hay feverish.
Thank you.
You love flowers, so you're there. Lisa, I think you should be next to the wine.
And the ice. Jack has just remembered his hazelnuts. Too late.
That's delicious. This is what happens when you bake and cook on 4 hours sleep.
Is that the knock?
We played out the roles of what happened on the first evening. I think Jono had a bit of a giggle. And what's great about Jono is that he can laugh about himself.
Hello there. I'm Lisa.
I'm Jono. Welcome. It was so funny when Lisa started playing with those little toys on the table, because those toys are awesome. I've never seen them before, and it's like big boy toys.
Are you pregnant?
Yes, how did you know?
How's the bubba doing?
Oh, okay. Really, there's not much to say about Jono. That role play was so typical of him, you know? Being all up in your space, all up in your face. There's just no end to his irritation, really.
I want a glass too. This is becoming way too real.
Adwa, I heard last night that you're kind of iffy about tomatoes. So I made you, instead of a tomato tart, I made you a balsamic onion and goat cheese tart.
I appreciated my own personalized starter. I appreciate someone who actually takes into consideration that there's certain things I don't like, because I'm not going to start liking them now.
But it's still goat's cheese, darling.
Onion tart?
Oh.
On a tart.
Amazing thing.
The starter is served, tomato tart with roasted masala macadamia nuts.
The tart, I think, is not Jack. Phyllo pastry with 2 tomatoes and a salad is not Jack.
I expected something with a little bit more taste, a bit more flavor. I found it a little bit bland. It was just a basic tomato tart.
This is interesting for me, Jack, because I grew up in a household where every meal is accompanied by meat. My father normally doesn't eat if there's no meat on the plate.
Okay.
So this is an experience.
Cool.
Because meat is meat and a man must eat.
She actually just has a negative attitude to everything. To a lizard, to a dog, to a vegetable. I just don't want a repeat of last night at Jack's dinner table.
Don't you mean Lisa's dinner table?
No, because we're at Jack's dinner table now, so I don't want to repeat it. Kind of makes sense, I think.
I got the sense that Jono was holding back tonight because I came ready for him. If he had tried anything, I was going to tell him where to get off, because I'm so fed up of him always making it about him.
And he thinks it's all about you, but it's actually all about Jack.
I didn't put enough flour on the table, on the plates, so they kind of stuck to it. I think main might be a little bit of a disaster.
And the disastrous main is roasted butternut ravioli with burnt butter and sage. For some reason, the guests grate amaretto biscuit over the top as a finishing touch. Oddballs.
I'm actually enjoying it, Jack. Although for me, it tastes a bit more like an interesting dessert.
Really? Really? Too sweet?
It's too sweet for me, but I'm enjoying it. For me, it wasn't worthy of a main course.
I think it was like a dude's food. 3 pieces of ravioli with a burnt leaf on it.
Found a hair in my food.
Oh dear.
I apologize. It can't be a hair. It's an eyelash. I don't think it's my head.
It's pretty long eyelash.
Yeah, I have pretty long eyelashes.
He's like a camel.
They say whatever can go wrong does go wrong. Edward had a hair in her food, and it wasn't a hair. It was my eyelash.
Oh, now there's a fly.
Really?
My luck.
A fly in your soup.
Eyelashes and swimming insects is not going well. Hopefully Jack's dessert will save the day. Homemade chocolate hazelnut ice cream with a popping candy wafer.
Jack, your ice cream redeemed you tonight, but you were looking a bit overwhelmed, and for that, I'm giving you a 6.
It was a fabulous evening. Jack is lots of fun. His food was very interesting with lots of potential, but there was just a little bit of Jack missing, so he's getting a 7.
The moment of truth.
Not for Odwa, she's convinced she's already won.
Should we hold hands like this universe? Oh wait, I'm not allowed to touch certain people.
In last place is Jono.
Well done.
But we have a tie for second place.
Wait for it.
Me and Adwa. Well done.
Jack, you're an incredible cook. We can all see that. But I just wish that you had put more heart and Jackness into your meal. I'm going to be scoring you a 7.
The flirting, cooking and little treats have paid off. Lisa, the events planner, couldn't have planned it better.
Thank you, guys.
To the best host.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear.
I'm actually happy for her. If they feel she deserves it, then congratulations, Lisa.
Jack, definitely second. To be joined with her, Otwa,
The right person won. Lisa was outstanding.
10,000 Rand richer.